Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm doing another episode of Lost Cinema, films that were supposed to be made, but for whatever reason, they weren't, I guess you can say. And of course, and the thing is that the film industry in Japan is pretty crazy, if not more so than compared to America. I mean, granted, it's pretty competitive over here as well, which is fine, I guess. But you know, assuming you can handle the stress of it all, I guess. But point being is that getting into it is pretty much a struggle on its own, and once you get into it, just because you made it through, doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be able to get your project out there. Not that I'm trying to discourage anybody from doing what they want, because that's the exact opposite I want to do. But just let you know, yes, it's gonna be pretty difficult. Just because you have something already in mind doesn't mean it will happen. I'm not just saying it can't happen. I'm just putting that out there. It's possible that a lot of complications can, get into it, of course. But again, like most of these videos, like the vast majority of these, I'm talking about something from the kaiju genre. And yes, there seem to be a lot of these I seem to be talking about. But anyway, it's gonna be the film titled this one. It's what one of three proposes concept films for a movie that was already made. And yeah, this one was going to, of course, take place in the one of my favorite eras of Godzilla, and that's the Heisei series, which again pretty much ignored all the Godzilla films except the first film. And judging how the Heisei series is set up, of course, you can start one of my favorite characters, Miki Tsukusa. Yeah, her, yeah, the lady with the mind power thing or whatever. But yeah, there's not a grand whole lot to say about this version of the idea, really. Basically, the plot's going to center around the idea that the human characters have to pretty much counter the threat posed by Godzilla, of course. So humanity has to, pretty much make their own robot in their own image, of course, dubbed as Mechagodzilla. And, like, no shit. Additionally, using some sort of micro technology, a team of humans would be able to use this robot to basically as an attempt to fight him off, and of course, but find a way to basically battle Godzilla from the outside, but it'd be like an outer experience, kind of out of body experience for the robot, I guess you can say. But anyway, the plot in this stage was extremely vague. How it was going to be set up. It is unclear how far into develop this version would have reached. No, it is known who would have been responsible for writing the story. So who was going to be a part of it? Your guess is as good as mine. If you actually personally, folks, if I do one major tweak when it comes to this, I would have had Mechagodzilla not be a part of the film because he already had two movies prior to this, and he would have starred in a bunch of other movies afterwards as well in Godzilla's series. So I feel like the character of Mechagodzilla would have overwhelmed his welcome. I mean, in this movie, in the final version that was actually made, I mean, he's fine, I guess, but still, of course, Rodan made him in the final version of the film, but I would just, just not have him been in the film like at all. Neither Rodan either, nor the little Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla himself could be in it, but all the other characters could be not be in the film at all. If I throw my own 2 cents, it'd be that and the Miki Sukusa. Maybe we could have friends, or maybe she has relatives who have the same kind of powers or whatever. Because in retrospect, in the Heisei series Godzilla films, she was in 6 out of the 7 films. So I kind of feel like there was so much potential they could have done with this character. Not that she was completely wasted in these movies, mind you. I'm just saying. Could there be other relatives, friends, neighbors? Maybe she knew somebody in high school that had this kind of thing. Maybe I don't know. There's so much more they could have done with this character and whatnot. She did become one of the most well-known characters in the in the Kaiju series for being for starring in a continuous storyline. That's aside from the Gamma trilogy, which just had continuous human characters starring the same story. Aside from that, of course. But yeah, there's not a whole lot that goes dive right into it, folks. And I will just have a brand new monster coming into this movie. If they want to have something sci-fi, okay, not exactly sci-fi, but something robotic, I guess you could say sci-fi. If you want something robotic, sci-fi, adventure kind of thing in here, fine. I would be fine with that, actually. I don't know if any of you saw this film, Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women. Maybe do like a combination of that to some extent, somehow. Like these women are trying to warn the Earth of a space monster that's coming and maybe have Godzilla fight the robot monster, but later team up with it to fight off the space creature. And then, I don't know, have Miki Sugusa pick up the sense like something's wrong, like something's going on here. I don't know. Maybe that's just me giving my 2 cents how I would have done it, folks. But yeah, when it comes to this movie, of course they want to do something with robots and whatnot, of course. But yeah, of course they want to do something with the machinery and having humans build this Mechazilla was introduced into the idea as an element because this kind of idea was toyed around before in other story ideas when they were producing films for the Heisei series Godzilla films. So having a robotic creature in these movies was brought up before. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot I could have actually say about this film. This project, I guess you can say. And there was other replacement projects, so that was actually introduced, like I was saying a moment ago. Yeah, story elements from different projects would have been introduced into this version as well, like a combination anyway. But of course, it was dismissed nonetheless, whatnot. And why was this version dismissed entirely? Again, I'm not quite sure, really. But, I guess, like I was saying, it is a competitive market out there. It should do it maybe to some extent want to play it safe. Stick with the familiar in some sense. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh, yeah, later.